dude, how? I don't think we've ever done like a tour of your element.
I do not recommend you tint your windows. Yeah.
And we did the podcast together, which was really nice.
Yep.
Would you mind like giving us a little
Not
tour?
at all, bro. Not at all. You especially, Steven. So this is my setup. I live full-time out of my 2008 Honda Element. It's an EX with four-wheel drive. And I did a little bit of building. I just basically built this bed platform here. It's 3/4 inch ply from Home Depot. It's wrapped in like this kind of outdoor carpet stuff from Home Depot. The whole design was built off of the Swerky design. This guy on YouTube named Dan Swerks. And he came up with this for like camping, and it was a pretty simple build, and it's the first time I ever built anything, so that's why I went with it. It pretty much left room perfectly for these storage bins that I got from Costco. I think it was like a 3-pack of storage bins, and I just kind of filled it with whatever. This is kind of like food and snacks, but this has also become like overflow camping gear as well. You can see like a couple down jackets and some odds and ends in there. This, you can see, it's kind of like tools. That's actually a portable toilet. This is like a can of Fix-A-Flat. I have like socket sets in there. I have my portable tire compressor in there. It's pretty much just storage underneath. I have my yoga mat. That's pretty essential out of all these things. I probably use this guy the most on a daily basis, I would say. Mattress, it just folds in while I'm driving, right? And then this part of the build is just from IKEA, straight up from IKEA. And what I did was I just didn't install the bottom shelf here. And it works out perfectly because I can get some storage bin underneath there, little storage bin action, little self-release lacrosse ball action, and then my Jackery, right? My powerhouse for the whole build, there's a solar panel on the roof, and it just runs down through the moonroof, and the moonroof actually just closes right on those wires, and it still makes a seal, so no harm, no foul there. I have my clothes here. I have toiletries and odds and ends in here. My national parks checklists here. And that's pretty much it. I have some string lights that run across the top. Yep, there we go.
Mood lighting.
Bead lights,
it's beautiful.
Right? Thank you, bro.
What national parks have you hit so far?
While living out of the car, I've done about, I think like 10 to 12 national parks. A lot of stuff like on this outer rim here. But let's see, Joshua Tree, Death Valley, Zion, Guadalupe Mountains, Big Bend. So there's still quite a bit to see, but I knocked out a lot last year in my travels.
What are these like Reflectix lights things? They look really nice.
Yeah, so these window shades, at first I went with the Reflectix. Actually, I have them both here so I can show you. This is like a DIY. You know, if you're into the van life, you probably have seen these. It's really easy to make. They're really cheap, and you can just knock them out whenever you need them, especially if you have a template, then you're just tracing, right? I have black tape on this side for privacy, and then on this side it's just the Reflectix, right? And they were really good. They're really good at insulating the vehicle, like especially in the wintertime. They keep the heat in very, very well, but they don't quite hold up as well to the hot temperatures. Like if you're in the desert or something for days and hours at a time, and this is just absorbing the heat, they will tend to just kind of break down a little bit. So I went with a sturdier option. This is from a company called Heat Shield. And it's like aircraft grade like material. Actually, I think they actually do like fighter jet kind of stuff. It keeps the sun out. It doesn't insulate as well, but it's better for reflecting the sun. And on the other side, it's kind of black, so it's naturally private.
So it comes black. You don't have to.
Yeah. So if you get the gold, the other side of gold is always black. If you get the normal silver one, silver is white on the other side. So I think it's, you know, best to go with gold in my opinion, especially if you're living in your car, because you could get that extra layer of privacy at night. You probably, you know, don't need the gold side sticking out, so you can just have this black side sticking out. So it's been working out pretty well.
So can I see the design of this? Looks like some steel or?
Yeah, so basically his original design didn't account for these beams, but I also kind of messed up, so it's not as wide as it needs to be. So there's kind of like undue stress on the platform. So I just ordered these like steel table legs from Amazon, and they told you had to like rust proof them. So I did like a half-assed job. As you can tell, it's starting to rust. The other one's really bad. But so far they hold up and they kind of like distribute the weight a little
God,
better.
yeah.
As you can see, that guy's really rusty.
That's gnarly.
And yeah, I just put a yoga mat down there, which was a mistake because it's like a cheap yoga mat with this kind of like texturing, and it's like all like kind of like coming apart as I'm pulling these bins in and out. But as you can see, there's more storage bins under there with just odds and ends that I thought that I would need for full-time living, and I'm just still kind of in the process of editing and getting rid of weight and getting rid of things I don't need. You know, it's easy, like the more time you go through living it, the more you realize like, I never use this. I thought I would use this on, you know, the regular, but sometimes it's not how it works out, so.
Can you show us just like the exterior of your car? I love the color, dude.
Thank you, thank you.
Ooh, the windows are nice tinted, dude.
So I think they call this Tango Red Pearl, right? The paint is pretty solid if you don't look too closely. I mean, I was pretty fortunate to come across this one. And I did get these window tints. These are limo tints that I recently got, and it's been a really game changer for me. I didn't get the windshield tinted because it honestly was just too much money. But honestly, I don't think I would, because at night, it's really hard to see out of these windows. It's like almost dangerous, you know what I mean? Like if you're any kind of person who's not really comfortable driving your car or comfortable driving at night, I do not recommend you tint your windows, because you hardly can see crap out of your windows at night after you tint them. I mean, like sometimes if I really need to see, I'll roll the windows down. But as far as privacy goes, it's really nice because you just can't see anything at night, especially when I block my windows. So it's pretty much stock. I have these little AVS bug deflectors on some of the windows.
It's so clean, dude. It's so clean.
Thank you.
Dude, beautiful job, man. What would you say is like super awesome and fun about it?
For me, it's the freedom. And I know that everyone always talks about what are you going to do for money, and I think everyone goes into the van life differently about that, whether they're still going to be working, whether they're going to be doing this on the weekends, whether they're going to be doing it full time. But for me, I'm really clear on the fact that I'm just free. No matter what, I have my time, and I can always choose to invest some of that time if I need to make money. But really, like, just being free is what it's all about for me, being able to be where I want, whether I want to stay in one place or whether I want to travel or whether I want to go hike. Like, it's just complete freedom. It's something that I haven't experienced ever before really in life, because I always felt like it was school, right? And then after school, it's more school, and then it's like going into a job, and like your time is never really fully your own. And some people are okay with that, and I was okay with that, but now it's just like my time is my own. But now what am I going to do with that time? You know what I mean? And that's kind of like the question, the big question for me. But I think just trying to enjoy it and not getting hung up on things like money or what I'm going to do or what impact I'm going to make, like, you know, just trying to let go and just really learn how to just be here and enjoy it. So that's really the big thing for me.
Wise words, my friend. What's the most difficult part of like full-time living now that you're doing it for a while?
I guess it's just finding the balance between living like a normal life, like structured, versus like exploring and like just being on the road and just kind of finding that balance. And I think even being on the road, I've kind of sought after like, you know, some kind of comfort, some kind of way to just feel at home, even on the road or even in a new city or in a new town, to just kind of have a routine and just kind of focus on things like, you know, like getting healthy or just like normal things that people want to focus on. Because when you live on the road, it's just kind of like that nomadic lifestyle, and you're just kind of like going, exploring. But for me, at least, I can't do that indefinitely. You know what I mean? I kind of seek just to stay in one spot and just like be a part of something for a little while and like slow it down and just like have things that I want to work on. I think just finding that balance has been a little bit, I don't want to call it a challenge, but it's just like something that I consciously deal with. And finding a good spot that I like that's close to like a Planet Fitness, that's close to like free things that I can do and hang out, places that I can park my car safely, securely with like shade. Shade is a big thing for me, you know what I mean? Because like I can't just park in the sun if I want to hang out in the car. It's just like way too hot. So it's just kind of like dealing with life, living full time. I mean, it just comes with its own set of challenges, but I don't really see them as challenges for the most part.
Hey man, thanks so much for showing us your build. Where can we find your like channel? Where can we find you at?
Well, I've been featured on your channel for quite a few times now, so I'm super grateful for that. But I'm at the How Vu Moto Vlog. I'm sure there will be a link in the description, so you guys can head on over and check it out.
And you smash that subscribe button to his channel and this one.
Thank you, Steven.
Oh, look at that hair. Woo! Luscious.
Yeah, I think.